Since it was founded in 1958, NASA has been photographing everything from Earth and the Moon to distant stars and strange objects far beyond our solar system. And sometimes, those images are so bizarre, so out of this world, that even seasoned scientists are left scratching their heads. What exactly are we looking at? Is it real? Is it natural? Or something else entirely? In this video, we're diving into 20 of NASA's most unusual and mysterious images. Let's see if we can make sense of them, or if they'll leave us just as puzzled. Number 20. Snow from space. NASA's photographic repertoire extends to our own planet, featuring captivating images like this one. What appears as a snake pit from above is actually the result of curling snow drifts around the 1,400-mile-long Dnieper River in Russia. Snow drifts form as wind sculpts snow into mounds during snowstorms. This image was taken by the International Space Station, which completes 16 orbits around Earth each day and transmits back these mesmerizing images. Number 19. Mars Hole. Despite NASA's extensive exploration and study of Mars over the years, a photograph taken in 2017 depicts a massive crater on the planet's surface that remains unexplained by scientists. Mars is known for its rocky terrain, covered in pits caused by the evaporation of frozen carbon dioxide ice during the planet's summers. The pattern of these pits is consistent across Mars' surface, except for this unusually large and deep crater. NASA speculates that this anomaly may have resulted from an impact, volcanic activity, or surface collapse, but insufficient data prevents a conclusive determination. Number 18. Pillars of Creation. One of the most iconic photographs ever taken by the Hubble telescope was captured in 1995, revealing never-before-seen details of interstellar gas illuminated by ultraviolet light from nearby massive stars. The pillars are remarkably large. The left one alone stretches over 4 light-years. The finger-like protrusions at the top of the nebula are larger than our entire solar system. The bluish haze surrounding the dense edges of the pillars represents material heating up and evaporating into space. This photograph captured the pillars in a fleeting moment as they continue to evolve and change shape over time. Originally named Pillars of Creation, these formations are now referred to as Pillars of Destruction. Number 17. Rectangle of Ice. This perfectly formed rectangular iceberg may seem man-made, but it is entirely naturally created. These ice chunks, known as tabular icebergs, break off from ice shelves due to the crystalline structure of ice, which predisposes it to fracture along straight lines. The sharp corners and straight edges are temporary, as wind, water, and waves will eventually smooth them out. Until erosion occurs, these ice formations appear strikingly artificial. Number 16. Wicked Witch. The Witch Head Nebula earned its name due to its resemblance to the profile of the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz. In reality, it is the remnant of an ancient supernova or gas cloud, illuminated by nearby massive stars. The nebula's billowy clouds serve as nurseries for emerging baby stars. Number 15. Gas Explosion. What appears to be a gas explosion in space is precisely that. Powerful jets of gas erupt from a star located in the Centaurus constellation, nicknamed the Southerner. This nebula was first discovered as early as 1834 and can be observed with small telescopes, particularly in the southern hemisphere, between 25 and -90 degrees latitude. Try spotting it. Number 14. Spheres on Mars. These small spheres found on Mars are believed to form naturally, although the exact process remains a mystery. NASA scientists are not entirely certain about their nature, but they are most likely a type of concretion, a natural phenomenon also observed on Earth. These spheres, unlike the previously discovered Martian blueberries, possess distinctive qualities, with a crunchy exterior, a soft interior, and variations in concentration and structure. Number 13. Green Anomaly on Jupiter. The enigmatic green anomaly captured in a photograph just above Jupiter's surface last year raises questions about its origin. Is it an alien vessel hovering over Jupiter, or is it merely a pocket of ionized gas? Jupiter emits an extensive amount of ionizing radiation, which suggests that the green hue could be the result of gas, possibly resembling a bright aurora. The presence of UFOs or alien life near Jupiter's surface would expose them to harmful radiation, making casual hovering unlikely. Some suggest that it could be an image sensor aberration, but no formal explanation has been provided for this mysterious green image. Number 12. Eye of God. This nebula, referred to as the Eye of God, was generated by a star very much like our Sun, dying over thousands of years. It is located about 700 light-years away in the constellation Aquarius. Despite its distance, it's probably the closest planetary nebula to Earth. This incredible image was captured by the Hubble telescope in 2003, showing what will occur to our Sun when it eventually runs out of fuel. Fortunately, we won't be around to experience that. Number 11. Black Void. What is that black spot of nothingness in space? It's called the Boots Void, also known as the Great Nothing, and it's a dark region in space that contains almost no galaxies, spanning 330 million light-years. It's a void which is considered different from a black hole. A void is the result of a cluster of moons and planets gravitating toward each other and leaving a void behind. As more clusters pull toward each other over time, the voids become bigger. Number 10. Ghostly Cloud. Although you'd be tempted to think this is a ghostly alien snake, it is not. Actually, it's like a mini tornado, as rotating columns of dust like this one form around low-pressure air pockets. This is common on Mars, very much like dust devils that we see here on Earth. The dust devils on Mars usually whirl across the surface for a few minutes before dissipating. This is why it has been difficult to capture them on camera and study and explain them. But scientists say that if you were standing on the surface of Mars, you might just see dozens skittering across the ground at any given moment. Number 9. A Thighbone on Mars. In 2014, NASA's Curiosity rover spotted an unusual object on the surface of Mars that resembled a human thigh bone. Possible? As much as I wish it was, it's unlikely. Scientists quickly explained it to be simply a weathered Martian rock formation. While it has been theorized that Mars may have supported life in the ancient past, life forms would certainly not have been anything larger than a microscopic organism, or we have seen them already. Number 8. Trees on Mars. We've already seen many strange images from Mars, and this one might be the weirdest. In this image, it looks like trees grow on the red planet, but once again, it's just an optical illusion. What you're seeing are dark streaks of collapsed material running down the sand dunes, caused by carbon dioxide frost evaporation, which seems to be the cause of many of the strange happenings on the planet. Number 7. Jupiter's red spot. If you've seen lots of photos of Jupiter, you'd likely be aware of the giant red spot on its surface. It's a persistent high-pressure region in the atmosphere of Jupiter, producing an anticyclonic storm, where winds greater than any storm on Earth flow in the opposite direction of the pressure. While cyclones on Earth can last for up to a month, anticyclones like this one on Jupiter can last for hundreds of years. It's the largest anticyclonic storm in the entire solar system, large enough to swallow the Earth whole. It was first seen in 1830 and has been continuously observed ever since. However, even after all that time studying and observing it, there is no definitive theory about what causes the color of the giant red spot. Number 6. Black hole. Simply put, a black hole is a place in space where gravity pulls so strongly that even light can't escape. Black holes usually form when a massive star explodes, and the remnant core collapses under the force of intense gravity. But a black hole can't be seen because all that gravity is pulling all the light into it. So how can NASA have images of a black hole if it can't be seen? Well, what scientists can see is how the intense gravity affects the stars and gases around the black hole. So if a star is close to a black hole, high-energy light is created that can be detected by scientific instruments. Even though that kind of light can't be seen with the human eyes, satellites and telescopes can pick it up, as shown in these stunning images, creating the images we know to be black holes. Pictured here, for instance, is a black hole bounty consisting of stellar mass black holes, which typically weigh between 5 to 30 times the mass of our Sun. Number 5. Saturn's rings. This is what Saturn's rings look like up close, on the dark side. This image was captured from NASA's Cassini spacecraft and shows just how beautiful the rings are. The rings consist of ice, rocks, and dust of different sizes. If you look closely, you'll see propeller-shaped disturbances in the ring produced by the gravity of unseen embedded moonlets, suggesting that a constellation of miniature moons may be hidden in those rings. These moonlets, also known as propeller moons, are about as big as a football field, which means they're too small to see but large enough to cause disturbances we can see. Number 4. The Messenger. First discovered through a telescope in Hawaii, this mysterious object was given the name Oumuamua, which means messenger in Hawaiian. The object and its behavior were so unusual that Harvard scientists theorized it could actually be an alien probe from interstellar space. It is long, about a quarter mile, and thin, and it flew by Earth on a trajectory that indicates it clearly didn't come from within our solar system. Also, it actually accelerated as it passed by Earth. Other scientists theorize it was a remnant from a shattered comet rather than aliens. Oumuamua will never return to Earth, so scientists will never know its origin. But they're on the lookout for similar objects, so studies can continue. Number 3. Mars rocks. This strange pyramid rock looks unusual and was actually the first rock that scientists analyzed from Mars. It ended up being a volcanic rock called mugurate, which is found on Earth. The rock isn't large, only 10 inches by 16 inches, but its substance is a big surprise. Researchers expected the rock to be made of the same materials as other findings on the Red Planet, but instead, it was more like volcanic rock found on Earth. Number 2. Ultima Thule. This is the most distant object ever observed. It's two icy bodies that collided and joined together, forming this double-sphered object that is just 19 miles in length. Scientists claim that the two spheres likely joined as early as 99% of the way back to the formation of the solar system. Ultima Thule was the name that the mission team selected for the object out of 34,000 suggestions from the public, and it means beyond the borders of the known world. The name is quite fitting. Number 1. Swirls on Jupiter. The colorful, turbulent, swirling clouds on Jupiter that appear across the planet's atmosphere are still a mystery to scientists. The clouds flow alternately east and west, which creates the bands that we see. But instead of icy white, the clouds are blue, yellow, orange, and brown. No one really knows why the clouds are so colorful. Theories are that the combination of storm lightning and sunlight alters the ice at high altitudes, producing the colors. Or organic compounds and chemicals like sulfur and carbon are what colors the clouds. Regardless, it's one of the universe's most beautiful sights. Thanks to advances in technology and imaging, scientists today can see more detail than ever before. Many of the mysteries behind NASA's images have been solved, but at the same time, these new discoveries have sparked even more questions. So now I'm curious, what questions do you have about these strange and stunning images? Which one stood out to you the most, and why? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. And as always, thanks for watching.